What if one interview, meant to save a struggling TV show, ended up creating an even bigger public relations headache instead? New reports are claiming that what was supposed to be a carefully planned media appearance for The View quickly unraveled after unexpected questions changed the entire tone of the conversation. If those reports are accurate, the interview never even made it to the public because it allegedly fell apart behind the scenes. And if that's true, it raises an even bigger question. Is ABC trying to repair The View's public image ahead of the fall season, or are these media appearances only making things worse? Stay with me because the reported details are far more dramatic than many people expected. Before we get started, if you're new to the Woke Watch, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. We cover the biggest stories from Hollywood, television, entertainment, and the media every single day. Over the past several months, The View has remained one of the most talked about daytime television programs, not only because of what happens during the broadcasts, but because of the ongoing public reaction surrounding the show's political discussions and controversial moments. Supporters continue defending the program, while critics argue that the show has become increasingly political and disconnected from viewers who simply want balanced daytime entertainment. Whether you agree with that criticism or not, it's clear that The View continues to generate strong reactions from audiences across the political spectrum. Now, according to recent reports and online discussion, ABC has been working behind the scenes on a broader promotional strategy aimed at increasing interest in The View before the fall television season officially begins. The reported idea is simple. Place the show's biggest personalities in front of larger audiences through appearances on other major television networks, generate fresh headlines, and hopefully translate that publicity into stronger ratings later this year. On paper, that sounds like a reasonable strategy, but one reported interview may have produced the exact opposite result. According to these reports, Joy Behar, Whoopi Goldberg, and Sunny Hostin participated in a pre-recorded interview hosted by Anderson Cooper. Rather than the usual one-on-one format, the discussion reportedly featured all three co-hosts together in what was expected to become a major television special. The interview was reportedly organized as part of a larger promotional effort involving both ABC and Disney ahead of the new television season. However, things allegedly changed once the conversation moved away from prepared talking points. Reports claim Anderson Cooper began asking questions that the panel had not expected. One of those reported questions focused on previous comments involving the American flag. According to the reports, Cooper asked Sunny Hostin whether she believed those remarks could be viewed as unpatriotic and what motivated her to make them in the first place. That question reportedly created an immediate pause. The claims suggest Sunny stopped the interview, expressed concerns about the direction of the discussion, and asked producers to remain focused on the agreed format rather than introducing unexpected topics. From there, the atmosphere reportedly became increasingly tense. The reports further claim that producers became involved as disagreements continued over the direction of the interview. And according to the same accounts, Joy Behar and Whoopi Goldberg also questioned why those topics were being introduced if they had not been part of the original plan. Whether every detail is accurate remains difficult to independently verify. But if the reports are correct, what was intended to be a positive promotional appearance quickly became something much more complicated. Now here's where the story reportedly becomes even more interesting. According to those same reports, the interview eventually resumed after the initial disagreement. However, the calmer atmosphere reportedly didn't last very long. Midway through the conversation, another exchange allegedly shifted the mood once again. This time, reports claim Anderson Cooper challenged Whoopi Goldberg about whether The View sometimes allows political discussions to dominate the program. That question reportedly led to another heated disagreement. According to the claims circulating online, producers once again stepped in as tensions escalated behind the scenes. Eventually, the reports suggest the interview was stopped altogether before it could be completed. If accurate, the recorded conversation was reportedly shelved and never moved forward toward broadcast. The reported reason? The discussion had reportedly moved too far away from what everyone originally expected. Now, it's important to separate confirmed information from speculation. At the time of this discussion, many of these behind-the-scenes details remain based on reports and online claims rather than publicly confirmed statements from everyone involved, meaning the full picture is still not completely clear and several key parts of the situation are still being pieced together by observers and media outlets. Still, the story has fueled another round of debate surrounding The View, its public image, and ABC's overall strategy heading into the fall season, with conversations continuing to spread across social media, entertainment circles, and online commentary platforms, where opinions are becoming increasingly divided. Critics argue that the show's biggest challenge isn't simply ratings. Instead, they believe public trust has become a much larger issue, especially among viewers who feel the program has become increasingly partisan over the years and less focused on balanced discussion, which they say has contributed to long-term audience fatigue. Supporters, of course, see things very differently and argue the show continues to provide important political conversations that resonate strongly with its audience, reflect real-world debates happening outside of television, and give space to voices that are often missing from other daytime programming. Regardless of where someone stands politically, one thing seems clear. A BC appears eager to keep The View in the spotlight through additional interviews, appearances, and media coverage before September, likely in an effort to build momentum, generate renewed interest, and reintroduce the show to both loyal viewers and casual audiences ahead of the new season. The hope, according to these reports, is that greater exposure will translate into stronger viewership once the new television season officially begins, audiences return to regular viewing habits, and competition among daytime programs becomes more intense. The question is whether that strategy will actually work in the long run or whether it could have unintended consequences. Some believe additional publicity could remind audiences why they enjoy the program, help re-energize interest among casual viewers who may have drifted away, and potentially stabilize ratings heading into the fall. Others argue that more appearances simply create more opportunities for controversy, which could end up reinforcing negative opinions, amplifying criticism, and making it even harder to shift public perception in a positive direction. And that brings us to Disney's leadership. Recent months have already been challenging for the company with continued restructuring efforts, cost-cutting measures, internal realignments, and ongoing questions surrounding the future direction of several major television properties under its umbrella, all of which have added extra pressure across its media divisions. Because of that, every major ABC program, including The View, is likely facing increased pressure to perform not just in ratings, but also in public perception, brand stability, and advertiser confidence, all of which play a major role in long-term decision-making. If ratings improve, the strategy may ultimately be viewed as successful, well-timed, and an effective way to rebuild momentum heading into a competitive television season. If they don't, the conversation surrounding the show's future could become even louder, with more scrutiny placed on the format, the tone of discussions, and the overall direction of the program moving forward. For now, we'll have to wait and see how the fall television season unfolds and whether these reported promotional efforts make any measurable difference in audience engagement, viewer retention, or long-term viewership trends over time. So now I want to hear from you. Do you think cross-network interviews can actually help rebuild interest in a long-running daytime talk show? Or has The View already reached a point where public opinion is unlikely to change no matter what ABC does? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to The Woke Watch, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest Hollywood and media updates as they break. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.